Holy cow.
Look in there. Look.
Oh, that's worse than the rear end was.
Where's the super?
So as you can see, the truck is almost ready to go race. It is almost back on the ground. I'm just kidding. We got a lot of work to do. Let's get busy. We are prepping for no prep. There is a huge, and I mean huge race. It is the biggest race of 2020. The biggest, hands down, no prep race of 2020. That's right, 2020 coming up this weekend. We have Civil War 2.0. This was supposed to be a race that we had in like mid to early December, but it got rained out. The forecast was terrible. It was awful, so we had to reschedule for January 16th. That's why I'm telling you guys that it's the biggest race of 2020, because although it's occurring in 21, it's a 2020 race, and it was something that we had our sights set on bigly. The bulk of the work is done, but time is running out quickly. The temperature is plummeting every night. It gets harder and harder to work on this thing, but we have got to get this thing on the ground and ready to race. I got no time for dilly-dallying. Basically, it's just me explaining to you the sense of urgency that it takes to get ready and wrapped up for a race, as well as kind of explain the magnitude of this race to you guys, because for those of you who are unfamiliar, Civil War is a part of Grand Hustle Racing. Grand Hustle Racing is put on by my buddy Shannon, and he does a bad to the bone job of putting on races. They're always top notch, and this is his biggest. This was his marquee. This was a huge race. So we had Civil War 1 back in February, and that was basically some of the first turbo racing that I'd done with the truck at all. I had only ever made just a handful of passes, period, turbo, much less actually sitting competitively next to someone. For about 63 feet, I was on a heck, and I mean a heck of a pass at Civil War 1. And like I said, for about 63 feet, I was out on the guy until my fuel line left the chat, so that hurts. For round 2, we are going to be much better. At least we hope so. Round 2, we have pretty much taken all year of racing. We got all this data and everything to back us up. We're going to come out, like I said, guns swinging, guns blazing, however you want to say it. We're coming out big for Civil War 2, because this is a huge race. We've got this thing making power. We had it leaving good. We struggled at the end, but that's behind us. We're through that. Step 1 to getting ready is getting that number off my windshield. Now, I'm not really superstitious. I got this number when I went to the no prep in Albany, and we sucked. We did some testing locally, and I sucked. I went to New Orleans, and I sucked. I went back to Emerald Coast, and I sucked. So this thing's got to go. That's step 1 to no prep right here.
Finest O'Reilly special brake fluid for me. That's all I run. Yeah. O'Reilly does this. That's the move right there. You gotta top this thing off. You gotta do some bleeding. A little difficult by yourself, but
36 degrees. Still working. Got the brakes are so hard to say today. Got the brakes bled. Oh, it's so hard to say. Got the brakes bled. Brakes bled. Bread Blakes. Bread Blakes. That's what it is. I got the bread brakes. I have the brakes bled. A lot of work to do. Let's go. Come on. We gotta get busy. Come on, what are you doing?
Well, it looks done to me.
What are you doing? You're late. That's all right. Better late than never. We got plenty to do.
Time for some test hits, huh?
Well, yeah, maybe, yeah. We got to get there.
Let's get it.
We got to button her up.
Let's get to work.
Y'all know that's my partner there. That's my partner, Austin. He always comes in clutch, helping me out. Appreciate that fella like he don't even know. But we got a lot of work to do. Got a lot to get done. Let's get with it. Come on. That long ago where I was laying under my truck finding more broken stuffs. We realized that something between this CV shaft and that CV shaft is broken. Something between over here and over here is really upset. There we go. Ooh.
I don't see hunks of stuff falling out yet.
Ugh. We pulled out more than just the extension housing. We front diff removal mod right here.
Just a public disclaimer, Dylan. I have no idea what I'm doing right now. I do know that Allie has some more nail glue inside, so we have a very good chance of fixing it.
We gonna need some super glue for this one too.
Yeah.
Hey. Wow, that's what we broke.
There's your problem.
Wow. Holy cow.
Look in there. Look.
Oh, that's worse than the rear end was. Where's the super glue?
Buddy, I don't
Man.
think that's gonna fix it.
Okay, we need super glue, but like the kind that comes out of like a big blue box that you put, it says Miller on the side.
But yeah, that's not supposed to look like that.
Yeah, so that axle stub is split there. So we probably shouldn't have any problem getting this apart then.
No, this thing's ready to come off. What do the gears look like in there?
That looks fine. Chunky boys right here. Chunky boys.
It's part of those needle bearings that came out.
Look, you can see the other side of that axle right here. Oh, how do we get this shaft out of here now? That's the real... Ooh.
One piece at a time.
One piece at a time. Yeah, there's the splines on it.
Yep. Yeah, it just broke right there at the splines then.
I wonder how deep these splines are.
Perfect. Where's the glue?
Glue it in, let's go. I really just want to take a second and acknowledge the fact that I broke all 4 corners of the truck. Broke the rear end, broke spider gears out of it. To be expected, no big deal. CV shaft died. Oh, well, you know, when you break the rear end and all the power goes to the front, what do you expect? I guess it's only reasonable to say that when you break a CV shaft and you have a truck that's 4-wheel drive, nose heavy, really tight prep on radials, and you got it going through one singular shaft up here, the only thing you can do is expect it to die too. My 4-wheel drive turned into a no-wheel drive.
Yeah, it's moving.
Okay, so
All right, here she comes.
less on the front diff. Oh yeah, come on.
Sir.
Dang, they're not like, I figured they would be twisted, but
No, it just broke off. That's just like what my drive shaft did in the Camaro.
right off at the
Twisted
base
right
of
off.
it.
When I went and picked it up, he just threw everything in one box, and I haven't looked in this box since I brought my new diff home. So I have no idea what's in here.
Well, let's hope these parts are the same.
Yeah. So
So we already got the shaft out. We're hoping this is the same. I got mine out there in the truck. We're gonna go dig it out in a second. We're kind of sorting and just, this bearing, we're pretty sure, you know, we're not diff expert, but we're pretty sure this is the bearing I need, but it looks different than mine. We're thinking that this is the bearing that goes in here that had all the pieces falling out. I think that's where that goes, one way or another.
yeah, it looks like it's the same spline count,
Same spline count.
and then it looks the same.
Is it same spline counts on that side?
Yes.
Okay. Now we're reduced down to getting this bearing situation figured out, huh?
Yeah.
Either how to get that one in my diff or that one back in your diff with the right race.
Correct.
One of the two. Okay. So we got this guy out. This is the old bearing housing. This is what the needle bearing sat in. Yeah. This is the razzle dazzle, and this is
But see, the problem is
We
it's
hit him
a
with the
hammer,
old-
and I need a ratchet hammer.
a ratchet hammer. Listen, anything that's close is a hammer.
That's right.
So we hit him with the old razzle dazzle.
Yep.
It feels a little better than hammering on it, doesn't it?
Yeah. That's why I wanted to use the press.
Yeah. Perfect. Incoming new hotness. It was old and busted about 30 seconds ago, but it's new hotness right now. So you got it good and lubed up, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we couldn't show that. That was inappropriate for YouTube. This video get flagged. Okay, boss. I like that.
Yeah.
Very nice. Very nice. So how clutch is that? We were able to get the diff put back together the right way. Feel super good about it. So Austin actually had that spare diff there that came out of a broken case. This, that, and the other, kind of long story short. But luckily, the parts that we needed interchanged, and we were able to get the diff wrapped up and back all in one piece. Feel super good about it. This is what it's about. It's not supposed to be easy. This is, you know, this is the part that I'm talking about. This is the part where you race anyway, where you have an issue and you fix it and you go race anyway. And even if I didn't, I'd find something. I would find the next best option in line in order to go make the race. You can't always be perfect. There's times to just, you know, call it quits, back up, regroup, lick your wounds, try again. There's times for that. But at the end of the day, you have to race. If you want to win, you have to race. And that's what we're doing. So we put in the time, we put in the work, we put in the hustle, and by God, we are going racing. So thanks for watching. I'm Digging Z71. We will see you next time. Stay hustling. Check us out at the race.